Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. You are responsible for your own happiness. Happiness never comes from outside of you. If you put happiness in someone else's hands, they can always take it away. Happiness can only come from inside of you as a result of your love. It's a beautiful thing, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 78, NASDAQ up 1, S&P's up 4, gold contract up $5.50, trading at $1,283 an ounce. Silver off 6 cents at $19.36 an ounce. Platinum up $5.55, trading out at $1,413 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.12 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.64, trading at $108.12 a barrel. Bonds down 25 ticks at 134.18. King dollar up 6 ticks, 65 ticks rather, at 82.90. The euro down 11 at 131, and the yen trading out there up 79 at 100.37. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&P, let's take a look at it. What do you have? Okay, so, classic, folks. This is a classic. There's no two ways about it. We got to 1693. You did it with, check this out, too. We're talking about 561 million shares, folks. That's such a joke, it's insane. If we go take a look at the SPY, what you have here is this, okay? So the SPY got to a price point today of $169.27. Well, guess what it did? That gets over the 22nd high, which is $169.07. It closes under it. Classic test. Classic failure. 92 million shares versus 244 million. Now, this is what also is going on. This is what's really bearish. Our man Rick from British Columbia, he's going to be coming up and we're going to be talking to him too. So, what do you have? Okay, what you have is this. When we came off that high, that had 244 million. So it's like, okay, we were at a high with volume and then it came off with volume. That, both sides of that coin, now do not fly, folks, and this makes it actually more dangerous in the marketplace. And this is why. Now what you have is you absolutely tested a high, a swing high, and you did that with 92 million shares versus 244 million. Bottom line, on retracement, first off, retracement, and this thing's going to go now because you get Google getting killed after the marketplace, Microsoft's getting smoked. Microsoft's down $1.50, Google's down 50, 60 bucks. We'll talk about that in a second, but they just both come out with numbers. So the SPY wants to run down to 155. We go take a look at the Dow Industrials. What we have in the Dow Industrials is this. Dow Industrials today get to a price point of 15,589. And what that did is that got it over the high period. We closed at 15,548, and that's under it, has lighter volume. NASDAQ Composite. Now, this is where it's going to get really wild. This is why, because the way everything's shaken out after the close out here. So the Composite, first off, took over its highs, out its highs, on a gap higher on the 11th of July. That was on lighter volume. So a way a false break works up when it's going higher, or a false break downtown goes like this, folks. For a false break, first off, my definition of a false break is you get over the high, you have dramatically lighter volume, it stays up there for a while. When you get back inside that high, what that does flat out, that's a failure, and you go right down to where, not where the last place you were, where this whole thing started, okay? But first, we'll take it piece by piece. That's on a high. On a low, what ends up happening, you get a false break downtown. It's on lighter volume. Once you start climbing up again, you're going to go to the other side. Bottom line, the Composite right now, first space it wants to go to is the 3,500 at 36.11, which is going to be pretty easy, actually. We go take a look at the NDX 100. What you're going to see, well, here, let me give you these numbers. Google, after the close, came out. Google closed at $910. That's trading at $864 right now. Okay, so you got what? That's 40. That's $46 down. Flat out, someone knew what was going on anyway. But what Google has, okay, Google's going to have a huge retracement. We're at 830. 830 is nothing. It's going to be at 803 in about a heartbeat, folks. Okay, this is an equity that I mean, you put a 2-year chart up, and it's a 100% move. Yeah, it's a 100% move. Exactly 2 years. Okay, so on a monthly basis, when we take a look at this, what you have on a monthly basis is that if you get back inside, well, on a monthly basis, a nominal retracement is 774. That's what you have. Microsoft. We'll go through what the actual fundamentals are in a second, but technically we'll do it first. Microsoft closed at $35.44. That's trading at $34 right now, so that's down $1.40. Which isn't the end of the world, by the way. But what you do have with Microsoft, when she came down on the 24, she has a high volume spike on the way down. She's going to go after that spike. The numbers on Microsoft, this is where this is going to get really wild. They didn't come in with their revenue number, and their earnings number is way off. Their revenue number, the estimate was $20.72 billion. They come in with $19.9 billion. The estimate, their fourth quarter estimate, it was 75 cents. They figured they're going to do 66 cents. This quarter here, where is this quarter here? Because they missed this by a mile. I saw this come across. And what they're saying flat out is that, hey, it has to do with, PC sales, down the tubes. So, let's see, fourth quarter. Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on, brother?
How you doing today?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Really good. I like the word false break. I looked at Google over the last month.
Okay.
And I looked at it on a weekly, and I'm looking at a bigger picture, and the real price is down at $750.
Yeah. And
on a weekly, I think it was a daily even, it broke the 800. Did false break? If you put it on a 6-month daily, I don't think you can shorten that up. I think you have to go back 4 months, 6 months. But you see, we just kind of moved up there. So I figured, yeah, this thing's going to go back to 800. So when the earnings come out, I see it drop $30-40.
Right.
And talk about false break, right?
Yes.
Like on a weekly, I think it really shows it. Let me just,
No, I just put it up, and I see where you're going.
There you go.
Yeah.
810 air level. Now, I would like to parallel that with the SPY.
Okay, so let's take a look at the SPY, SPY.
And if, you can see that we're in the third week now, so just short term,
right?
We're on a false break from that 162 level.
Right.
Now, that's just short term, right? Did we, on the SPX, close higher than the previous high? What was the previous high? I thought it was 1687.
No, I believe we closed right underneath it or right at it. Let's see. What ends up happening is that the SPX I actually have is the number is going to be shot 20 minutes. Okay.
I do have it. I got 1689.37.
I get 1689.39. Okay, so that says that you actually closed above it because the high 1687.12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we've kind of covered a little bit of that. Just one before I sign off here, Tom. GE. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a bellwether or not, but it looks to me like it may want to go and test the highs tomorrow. They come out with earnings before the bell. So take that for what it's worth. There's a high up there at 24.50.
Yeah, I see that. Interesting. 24.45. Right. All right.
But
it failed today, though. Right.
But it does have volume all the way down there at $21.
Oh, it's screaming. It's screaming. Yeah.
So maybe we go up there, and then your dollar there at 89. The euro, I don't know if the dollar, the euro has a head and shoulder top going on 122, 120, so something's going to happen. You know, maybe it took 200 years to figure out Greece was broke. Now they're trying to figure, maybe they're finding out Portugal's broke, Spain's broke. So.
I love it. Okay, brother. Hey, Rick, have a great one, man. Have a safe one. It's Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Google. Let's see what... Google is trading down $46, folks. Not the end of the world. We'll be right back.